This is Matt, 2021, question 1H. We want to work out what the graph of y equals log base 2 of 9 minus 8 sin x minus 6 cos squared x looks like on the range for x between 360 degrees and 0. Well, looking at the options we're given, we see that there are no units on our axis. So it's going to be quite hard to maybe work out explicitly where our intercepts and our roots would be and compare them to our options. So that suggests we may have to look at a more macroscopic features, such as like the general location of our intercepts. Are they above the axis, below the axis, or maybe on the right hand side, closer to the 360 or closer to 0? And also maybe looking at locations of stationary points, i.e. maybe mins and maxes. So maybe let's try and work out where the minimums and maximums are, as we see from our options they all occur at different places. So we see that log is an increasing function, so it has minima exactly when the interior of our logarithm is at a minimum. So our function is minimized when this is minimized. So let's try and minimize this. Well, we've got this function is a function of sine and cos. So this is going to be harder to deal with. We ideally want it all in terms of just sines or just cos. But how might we change this? Well, we can use the identity cos squared x equals 1 minus sine squared x, which gives us this is equal to 9 minus 8 sine x minus 6 lots of 1 minus sine squared x. Simplifying that gives us this. So we have a quadratic in sine x, and we want to minimize this. So what can we do? Because it's a quadratic, we can just complete the square on this to minimize it. And it'll be easier for notation to just say, let u equal sine x. We want to minimize this quadratic. So we can complete the square, and doing that, we can factor out this 6 first to give us this expression, and then completing the square on the inside gives us 6 lots of u minus 2/3 all squared plus a half minus 4/9, which simplifies to be this. So this function, this quadratic, has a minimum when u is equal to 2/3, i.e. sine x is equal to 2/3, and the minimum value is 1/3. But remember that this is only the interior of our log, so the minimum of our function is actually, in fact, log base 2 of 1/3. But what do we know about this? Well, because 1/3 is less than 1, this is going to be less than 0. So our minima are going to be below the x-axis, and they occur when sine x is equal to 2/3. Well, how many values of x on our range does this happen? Well, it happens precisely twice. And what more do we know about this? Well, because it's sine x, we know that, and 2/3 is positive, we know that these two roots are going to be between 0 and 180, so they're going to be on the left-hand side of our graph. And if you're looking at our options, only option A gives us a graph which has two negative minima, both on the left-hand side of our region. So the answer is A.